Angie found on FYP and thought was about herself when it absolutely was not. So also on the 29th of May, after seeing this live and also after being shared this live on the 29th of May, Miss Remi joins Canadian Angie's live to confront her directly and disproves Canadian Angie's statements and the video. Canadian Angie declines to apologise, insisting on her own beliefs being correct. So that was on the 29th of May. Then between May and November of 2024, so several months, Canadian Angie continues to run 2 or 3 different lives criticising Miss Remi wherever possible over several months, and the Miss Reds Mayfair Blue drama being the most recent example of her dragging me. Let's go to slide 2. Slide 2 of the timeline. We're now on the 20th of October. Canadian Angie over several months, and the Miss Reds Mayfair Blue drama being the most recent example of her dragging me. Let's go to slide 2. Slide 2 of the timeline. We're now on the 20th of October. Canadian Angie consistently makes snide remarks and digs at Miss Remi in any mutual comment section that we are in, whilst Miss Remi chooses not to respond. So anytime I've been in a room where Canadian Angie has been and digs have been, hey spicy, and digs have been made at me, I have completely ignored and not responded. Nor any of the lives that have been run where people have messaged me or sent me screen recordings of her dragging me. Again, this video, for anyone just coming in, is on my profile. Please, can you all make sure you watch it? There are lots of receipts in there. It is 9 minutes long. You can press and hold the heart to watch it in double time. But all the receipts are in there, and it's really important that you watch it to the end to see everything, how it plays out, the trolling, the bullying. It's all in this video. And then on the 29th of October, when I did a live where I did another timeline where we broke down what happened So she's entered the live and she is trolling on a backup account, okay? And then on the 29th of October, I've included here... Oh, I've got to go back. Sorry, I missed it. 29th of May. It's the wrong one, isn't it? During the live, Miss Remi shares her opinion on the mutually beneficial relationship between Canadian Angie and Evil Queen. So I've logged that because, again, that could be deemed a moment where I've spoken on her. So I wanted that logged as something I did do. And then on the 29th of October, Canadian Angie leaves a rude and hateful comments on a separate FYP post about Miss Remi. And then next follows all of the evidence that backs up everything that I've written onto this timeline. Hi, Texticles. Again, this video is on the profile. I'm just doing a very quick walkthrough, all right? If I'd have done this in real time, it would have taken hours. So this is where it all started, again, based on that timeline that I just showed you. On the 25th of May, it started here. This is Canadian Angie's profile, and here you can see the video that she's posted about me. The original caption is down the bottom bit here where it says Angie is a beast, beast, beast. And then she's added this additional text onto the top where it says some people aren't as nice as they pretend to be. So on the 25th of May, Canadian Angie started all of this. Up until this point, I used to go in her room, had no issues, used to sit in the box. You hear in a video of her talking that I used to come in and we used to have really good conversations. She saw a video, created a narrative from the video that was not based on anything factual, and ran with it and posted this video where this all began. So I've written here, 25th of May, 2024. It started here. Canadian Angie's profile, again, confirms this is her profile. It's a screenshot of her profile with the video on her profile about Miss Remi that she posted and added the words to "some people aren't as nice as they pretend to be." So this is where it started. Receipt number 2. On the 26th of May, which is one day after I was made aware that she'd posted this video, I then created a response video, and on the cover it says context, which you can see here still on my profile. Miss Remi posts a response video on her profile providing evidence and context to dispute the false bonfire, Bella. Thank you. I've never seen bonfire night. Thank you. I just caught the little flames in the corner of my eyes. Bella, are you Bella from Canadian Angie's? Or used to be? Or are you another Bella? Because you are. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for sending bonfire night, and thank you for also writing facts, because I don't like to tell lies. Bella, who's in the chat and who is also in this video. You can hear her, and you know Bella wasn't mean to me at all. And I think Bella was one of the people that when I did get in the box and explain what happened, understood what I was saying. But Canadian Angie, however, just is believing this storyline in her head for whatever reason. And I remember leaving that box, and there was Bella and somebody else, I think, after they'd heard me speaking, realised that this was wrong. But I was told not to let you in. Yeah, I know. Bella says, Miss Remi, 100% facts. So anyway, so I then posted this the day after with the context, trying to explain that somebody's posted a video about me and this is the context of it, and she's got it wrong. So she then saw that and basically just thought that I was being condescending and rude and whatever, which is why then we have receipt number 3, which is when the live happened. And she holds a live, and it says on the 29th of May, Canadian Angie holds a live with her mods and friends where they speak negatively about Miss Remi and spread mistruths. Now, this video is 8 minutes long, but there are little interruptions in where I'm adding bits in. So I'm going to skip through bits of it. I'm going to play a bit, but I'm not going to play all of it because you guys can go to my profile and watch this all. Again, if you want to watch it on 2x speed, just press the heart and hold it and it will go through it a little quicker, so then you can get through it in 4.5 minutes. So this is receipt number 3. So 3 days after her posting the video on her profile, and me responding, sorry, 3 days after me responding, she holds this live, which I'll show you a little bit of, but I'll skip. This
anyway,
is the live.
She's doing fine. She's doing fine.
Yeah.
She's still singing the quack quack song.
You know what? Miss Remi, she just tried to be nice and not to do drama or swearing words. She's like all the all nice, live, love and laugh.
She's so nice. She talked about Canadian
Angie. Live, love and laugh kind of thing. That's what she does.
So bless Bella here. She's trying to say like Remi's on the app and is just like trying to be a nice person, right? That's what she's trying to say. Then you've got Sam here and you've got Canadian Angie who are just not buying it because there is a narrative that they're pushing that I have joined a hate train. I've never once ever said a bad... I mean, I'd never fallen out with her to say anything bad about her anyway. But in her mind, this video that she sees is me on a hate train calling her a beast and hating on her, which never happened. And again, the receipts will speak for themselves.
She literally just thinks by going off for a week.
Yeah, she just very nice, If you want to have like just positive stuff and not drama and all that shit, yeah, go to Remi.
Yeah, when I think of Remi, I think of her doing the clap clap song against Canadian Angie. So that for me.
So she thinks of Remi doing the clap clap song against Canadian Angie, okay? That's what she said.
Not for me. Not too fucking nice that day.
No. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but people like, like Mama talk.
Please comment from Becky. Miss Remi is okay, I think. Look at her post. She talks about the clap clap song.
Hey,
So
Jen.
she talks about chatting shit, basically, about Canadian Angie in that song, yeah?
You didn't know that was happening, then why did she join in on the song?
I'm just going to skip forward a little bit because you guys can go and watch all this. I want to see the first interruption in this.
And then one time I went into Paige or Torian's live not too long ago, and her face, she goes, "Did you see who just came in?"
This was all completely
And she
made
goes,
up.
yeah. I'm not going to block her, Torian or Paige, I forget which one it was, and said she wants to be educated. They were talking about racism. She goes, leave her there. She can watch if she wants to. And Remi's face was like disgusted. I'm like, bitch, step back, man.
No.
That was it. I don't like her for myself. Done. Once you show me your ugly side,
I can. Sorry, post on list.
It's too bad for her, but she's right in there with the whole fucking Angie hate train.
And then 4 days later started her morning show. So to me, that you went around looking for a little bit of clout so you could grab an audience so that you could do your morning show. That's how I see all of it.
Yeah. And she can't sit there and say she didn't know there was a hate train at the time. Yeah, you fucking did. The whole fucking app knew there was a hate train against me, and you jumped on it.
So they've said that I sat and said I was on the singing the B song to Canadian Angie. I jumped on a hate train. So here I put a little insert into the video and I explain that the video coming up, this is the video that Canadian Angie believes is Miss Remi jumping on a hate train against her. Again, she posted this video on her profile to prove that I was on a hate train against her. And then I ask you to notice in this video, and I'll ask you guys here to, mate, I was so uncomfortable in that live, Cat Crazy, that, and again, that live was the live, it was my first ever drama live where all the big creators came in and were arguing. We had CLA, Evil Queen, Gem Zeno, Bradley came in, Pearl, and I sat there with my fucking sage because I didn't know what to do, like a deer in the headlights. And I swear down, there was so much drama in that one live. It was almost as explosive as the live that happened the other week with Canadian Angie, Evil Queen, Alex Brigham. It was that level of batshit crazy. And I'd only been on the app about 4 weeks, so I'm sat there like a deer in the headlights, like, what the fuck? And it was just mayhem after mayhem. And at not one point was Canadian Angie's name mentioned, because they were all screaming. Gem Zeno was cussing out CLA. Evil Queen was screaming at Brad. It was wild. It was just fucking wild. But anyway, so this video clip that she's using, I'm asking you to watch the clip. And so what I do on this clip is I zoom in so that you can see Delusive Angie at the top and you can see me at the bottom. And you'll hear the clap clap song playing. And I ask you to notice that Angie is actually saying Queen, Queen, Queen to herself, because she's celebrating that she's had all the big creators in. She's had these massively high view numbers and she's got all the diamonds. So she's sitting there going, Angie is a queen, queen, queen. Literally watch her lips. Her lips, is she making queen lips or is she making beast lips? It's very obvious if you have a brain cell. So Angie is singing Queen, Queen, Queen. And then I ask you for the second point to look at me in this box. And I say, Miss Remi does not sing once, because I don't sing. Yet Canadian Angie and the other lady, I think her name's Sam, I can't remember, I'll have to look back, are saying I sat in that box singing that Canadian Angie was a beast, 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 and that I was on a hate train. And I'm just going to remind you again, I was in that live for 2 hours of big creators having absolute warfare with each other. Nobody was talking about Canadian Angie. Nobody. Not one person. It was beef central. Anyway, but this is the video. This is the video that she posted on her profile saying that Miss Remi was singing that she was a beast, beast, beast. So let's get into it. This is a video. So there's Angie at the top. There's me here. I ask you to watch me, see if you see me singing or saying anything, and listen to what Angie is saying.
She's starting off cue. Oh, I love her.
And then I interrupt the video again and I say, did you see or hear Miss Remi calling Canadian Angie a beast? No, because I never have. Yeah, you're right. Definitely queen. She said queen several times. Did you hear Delusive Angie calling herself queen? Yes, we did. And then I point you here to my profile again. If you want to see me responding to this with a full breakdown of that video, it's on my profile. I never at one point, again, because nobody was talking about Canadian Angie, made any reference to Canadian Angie, didn't sing anyone was a beast or anyone was a queen. Angie was doing that, not me. And all she said was queen, 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 singing to herself. But this is what Canadian Angie believes is me being on a hate train against her. So anyway, the live carries on with more hate towards me.
For me, like I said, those people, and then they want to come out and talk about, bullying and, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
The thing is that Angie doesn't forgive. You do something bad, that's it. She doesn't forgive.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Like, you take MT, for example. He said a lot of shit, but there's something about...
So Bella is saying Canadian Angie doesn't forgive, and Canadian Angie's going, actually, sometimes, Miss Baguette, big up. Miss Baguette, you inspired me with this video. I was trying to make it a Baguette-style video, but I don't have your pizzazz. Thank you for subscribing. I'm not going to play the song now because I'm going to get distracted, and I've got 21 minutes to get this done. But thank you for subscribing to the Coven. So Miss Canadian Angie is talking about she does forgive sometimes, and she gives MT as an example and says, like, I've forgiven MT and yada yada yada. And I've written on the screen here that she's forgiven Evil Queen too, which she has, because them two have fallen out and said the worst about each other. And then I wrote here, yet Miss Remi, who's never once spoken about Canadian Angie, she continues to bully me. You slept in a bar for hours. That's dangerous, Miss Baguette. Don't do that. CG. CG, stay out of trouble. It has, Jan.
About him that I find in him that I could forgive him and I could talk to him again. No, it's different with different people. There's people that are genuinely malicious fucking people. Like, in their real life, they're fucking malicious, and they're malicious on the app. Those people I won't forgive. Or they're very, very fucking fake, like Remi. To me, in my opinion, for me,
based on the video
you guys can like whatever you want. I don't care. But when you're presenting yourself as this kind, knowledgeable, well-spoken person, and then you're going to do something like that, nah, fuck off. Even if she would have done it against you, Bella, or Sam, or Moonlight, I would still form the same fucking opinion. Because you go around in boxes and try to be this all mighty.
If you're gonna go jump box from here to there and chat shit about Canadian Angie, I'm not gonna like you.
So if you're gonna go chat shit about anybody and then go on and pretend.
I put here, where or when did Miss Remi chat shit? Never ever have I spoken badly about this woman. Never.
That you're all this nice fucking person. No, because there's gonna be somewhere where you fucked up.
Like, genuinely, like, we never fell out. So why she thinks I would have ever had anything bad to say about her is beyond me.
And I'm going to find it.
I tell you what it really is. I think they saw me in Delusive Angie's box, and at this time, she hated Delusive Angie. And I feel like, like people get a bit precious in their box, a bit like Delusive Angie does. that if you sit in her box and then she sees you sitting in a box of her enemy, she'll like get really pissed off at you. And I think this is what happened, because we were fine, and then I would go into Delusive Angie's. This is again when I was sort of 4 or 5 weeks into being on the app, and it was all around the racism time, so a lot of us were in Delusive Angie's at that time. And I think Canadian Angie saw me. I know, Chunky Dinky. She saw me in Delusive Angie's box, and I think she was upset with me. So anytime I would come into her room after and would request the box, even if there were like 6 or 7 boxes empty, she wouldn't rise me, because she was like punishing me because I'd been into Delusive Angie's. So I went in over 2 or 3 days requesting the box. She wouldn't rise me, so I just stopped going in the room. I just left. I was like, okay, well, obviously they don't want me in the box. I had no idea what I'd done wrong. I just removed myself and stopped going in there because they weren't rising me in the box. As Bella's just written in the box, she was told not to rise me by Canadian Angie. So, like, it must have been that she was either jealous or triggered that I would go and sit in sit in Delusives, but she never ever communicated that to me or or said there was a problem. Instead, she found a video and decided to make up a narrative that was completely untrue and that can easily be disproved, like what I've done in this timeline video, and has ran with it and used it to bully me.
Oh yeah, I found it.
That's fucking simple. Again, it's my.
Right, I'm just going to skip because they're going to play the video and I've already done it in the clip. And then I write here, interrupt the video again, and I say, I can confirm that this live was over 2 hours long, and it was my first big drama live with Evil Queen, CLA, Gemzino, Pearl, Bradley, Delulu, all screaming and arguing with each other. Not once was Canadian Angie mentioned or brought up whilst I was in the box. Not once. Canadian Angie created a whole imaginary storyline in her head from a 1-minute FYP clip where her name was never mentioned.
You want to go on this app and pretend you're all. Sorry, my fucking allergies. You want to go on the app and pretend you're all fucking. Oh, let's talk about bullying. Let's not, bitch, because you know what? There's fucking videos out there where you are the fucking bully.
You mean like this video where you're bullying Miss Remi for absolutely no reason?
Don't sit there and preach something that you fucking 100% did yourself.
Did she really say that? Let's talk. Did she really bring awareness to bullying?
Talking about somebody else who's doing these fucking, apparently, let's talk about DV, let's talk, fuck up.
And American Bacon, Matt. American Bacon is the worst. Oh, it's completely personal, Schmello. You can hear the venom. You can hear it based on a video that she completely got wrong. And I've never, at this point, had never said a bad word about her, ever. And even when I got in her box after this and said to her, like, I've never even spoken about you. Like, nobody was singing a song about you. No one was talking about you. She would not hear it. She would not believe it. She was like, well, I know what I know. I saw a smirk on your face, so I know what I know. And it's like, you're basing a hate train on me based on a smirk on my face? Like, I'm always smirking. Have you seen my face? If I'm not laughing, I'm pulling a face. I could have been reading a comment. Look, it's just mad. Go on, Baguette. I love these bonfire night gifts. Thank you. Remi be the smirking queen. Yes. Summer says narcissists never apologize. Nailed it, Summer. Even when they're wrong, even with this black and white evidence, she will still fire up a live, call me a piece of shit, and tell me I'm in the wrong. 100%. You can see this laid out in black and white, thank you, Ravenspell, and she will still tell everyone who will listen to her that Remi did her something wrong. She will.
If you were the biggest fucking bully on the fucking app, bitch. Fuck yourself.
Keeks, we're talking about Remi doing the clap clap song about Canadian Angie and Delusive Angie's box
Never
4
happened.
days before creating a little platform to do it.
No matter what you say to some people, they only hear conflict. It's all they know. Agreed, Foof.
FYP, and clearly she was going around looking for the clout because she started a show 4 days later. She sat in these boxes. She was supportive of Canadian Angie until she saw that group of them was going to go up against Canadian Angie, and she chose to jump ship, and it didn't work out.
Yeah. That's why they don't. This isn't the bully boxes. This is the fucking we speak the.
So at this point, I think the comments start turning against her. I know Baguette was in the comments because I remember when I got out the box, I saw Baguette saying to her, you know, you should apologise to Remi now. Of course she didn't. The chat is calling her out for being wrong because she's talking to the chat and they're obviously calling her a bully room. Just skipping forward a bit because time. Again, this video is on the profile. Let me see.
This today. Oh, I was a victim. Excuse me. You went around the fucking app. There's FYPs of you being nothing but a fucking bitch. So then you want to go hold your lines about
I know
what?
that
Back
is the
up
question.
the fucking shit.
No one knows.
We're not bully boxes. We're the fucking truth
Summer says, wow, she sounds mean AF.
boxes.
Yep.
And they don't fucking like it.
Miss Remi then gets in the box and I confront them all and I explain that they've got the video wrong and I ask them to replay it so they can hear Delusive Angie singing Queen, Queen, Queen to herself, celebrating having all the drama, the views and the diamonds. And then they don't play the video. I literally say, play it again and you will hear her saying Queen, and they don't play it again. Canadian Angie then accuses Miss Remi of having a smirk on her face in another live that she entered and concluded that she was right and Miss Remi was on a hate campaign against her. And I remember that live, and I remember I was in a box, I think it was Paige's live, and Canadian Angie came in. And I can't remember who said it, but I know someone did say it, so she's not wrong. This was said. I think it was Torian or I think it was Alicia might have said, have you seen who's just come in the room? And I believe it was Paigey then says something like, oh, it's fine. Like, you know, she's just coming in here for education. It's fine. I'm not going to block her. I was sat in the box again, mute. And I may have been reading a comment or I may have been like, you know, I might have even been typing with someone in the comments and I had a smile on my face. And based on that smile, despite the fact I never said a word, she heard Remi saying all of what I've just told you. It was two other people who spoke, not me. And she believes I said it and I had to blame the smile. Hashtag blame the smile. So she completely believes that based on a smirk on my face that I had a hate campaign against her. Anyway, I've written here, no apology was given for their mistake and slander. And then I left the box. I remember seeing Miss Baguette in the comments saying, like, you owe Remi an apology. And then she has continued to believe this lie and bully and harass Miss Remi ever since. Canadian Angie then continues to run 2 or 3 different lives criticising Miss Remi whenever possible over several months. This has been now since May. And the most recent one was with the Miss Red's Mayfair Blue drama being the latest example, where Miss Red's Mayfair Blue cut a video, put a misleading caption on it, and she believed it and used that as an excuse to drag me. You smirked, you bad woman. Smirky McSmirk face. I have a smirky face. Like this is my face. I can't help it. I can't help it. This is receipt number 4. This was taken in Devon's live on the 20th of October. I was in the comments. I wrote a comment to Devon, and then Canadian Angie decided to drop 4 rolling eye faces at me, and then Kales was in the comment also coming at me. Again, just proof that even if I'm not in her live or she's not in my live, that she's still digging at me wherever I am on the app. Thank you, Faith. Faith says I've got a beautiful face. Thanks, love. So I just wanted I didn't get the screenshot of her with the eye roll in. I thought I had it, but it wasn't on my phone. But you can see Canadian Angie here, and you can see Cows here again chatting shit in the comment. Big up Seaside. This is receipt number 4. of them coming at me. And then receipt number 5 was that live that I did on the 29th of October. Canadian Angie came into that live. You'll probably remember Alex Brigham came in, Zach came in, and I was talking about the live that happened on Canadian Angie's, and Remi McSmirkface. And Canadian Angie came in on like a backup account or a fake account or whatever, and then repeatedly trolls me. So I've screenshot. Oh, big up Gossip Queen, love you. Um, Remi is a smirker, smirker, smirker. Yes, I am. And you'll see all of the screen grabs of her comments. And then my mods ended up muting her. And respect to my mods, because she posted a question as well. This is Canadian Angie. She asked me a question, something along the lines of, but aren't you a racist too? Which is a very odd question to ask a black person. And my mods all messaged to her, responded to her confused, saying, like, why are you saying this? Like, what do you mean? Are you trolling? And she ignores them and then just continues making other comments. So these are the receipts. It's completely wild. Hello, you. It's completely wild. So here's the receipts. This is receipt number 5 on 29th of October. These are all the messages that were dropped in the chat, they look absolutely ugly the way I've edited them. But the first one, she writes that she loves Zach. And the second one, she writes, love Cockapoo, which I thought was interesting because didn't that live kind of kick off because Canadian Angie and Bella just sent a love explosion. Big up, Bella! That was amazing. All these new gifts I've never seen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bella. That was really kind. I appreciate that a lot. Matt says, Miss Remi? No, Miss Receipts. Yes, that's what my new name should. I love Explosion. So she says, love Cockapoo, which I found fascinating because that live that Canadian Angie ran, Alex Brigham got in the box because Canadian Angie and Kales were basically saying, is there any receipts and proof that Cockapoo actually has cancer? So I thought this comment was odd. And I also thought that this comment, Canadian Angie, that you've put here into my live, that you love Cockapoo, was also very strange because your paid for bestie hates Cockapoo. Hasn't she wished death upon Cockapoo? Hopes that she loses all her hair and unalives through the big sea. You're not going against your paid for best friend, are you, Canadian Angie? You love Cockapoo. Oh, interesting. It was only days ago, wasn't it? Anyway, and then she says here, hold on 1 minute. And then here's the question that I've blown up in bigger size where she's asking, are you not racist? Are you not racist? I want you to think about this question, Canadian Angie. You've written this to a black woman. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to leave it there. You lot figure out what the problem is with that. Yeah? And then she writes here, why is Canadian Angie blocked? I love her. Why? What's she done? Now, I saw that question and I answered it, and you see me on the video, which is on YouTube. You see me answering that question. And then she writes, why? Love her. Again, she's talking about herself. This is creepy and weird. And then when I've answered the question and said why I had blocked Canadian Angie's account, she said, really? Shocked. She's lovely. And then the icing on the cake is this one, which where she actually reveals it's her. Can't see it because the thing's in the way. And then she wrote, because you put a video, I can't even see it, there's something on the screen, hold on. She's basically saying, because you put a video out on me, where it then becomes clear that it's her. So, I think you'll find black people can be prejudiced, but you can't be racist. So I'll disagree with you on that, Jenny. So NBSL says, could you because so she's saying here, because you put a video out on me, you know, have a word with yourself. So that was her last message, where she kind of reveals that it's her on a fake account. So those are the messages that you can see. And then I post that one here and I say, is this not a strange question to ask a black woman? Like, think about it. And she really wanted a reaction from Miss Remi, and none was given. And then I post this one here, and this I think is the cincher for me. She's written here, Canadian Angie's written, "'Cause you put a video out on me, so have a word." And then I write here, "The timeline and the evidence provided in this video proves that Canadian Angie is lying here." Here, she's trying to spin the narrative that Miss Remi started all of this by putting out a video on her. So what she's saying here is, because you, Miss Remi, you've started this because you put a video out on me. And so then I write here, she is trying to spin the narrative that Miss Remi started all of this by putting out a video on her. Miss Remi's video was a response to Canadian Angie's profile post and the bully live about Miss Remi. Canadian Angie forgot about her own digital footprint. She deleted the original video from her page to present an impression that she had done nothing wrong. But facts are facts, as I've just shown in this video. You put the video on your profile and wrote what you wrote about me on the video. You then held the live, big up Bonnie with the manifesting. You then held the live, a bully live dragging me, which was based on a lie. I then responded. So you can't now try and create a new narrative and say that I started anything, because the receipts are there in this video that you started all of this. And then after my live, I think it was FYP Clips 007 posted this video where they were sort of in agreement what I was saying. I was talking about Pearl in this moment and the horrible things that were said to Pearl. And then she's here in the comments, you know, just being petty as usual. But in the comments, she's telling Evil Queen to basically give me no airtime. Thank you, TikTok drama. She's telling Evil Queen to basically, again, her paid for best friend, telling her what to do, trying to control narratives here. But again, there's just no need for it. You could have just left me alone. And the final screen, I've written here, Canadian Angie is wrong and strong. Hey, Gossip Page News. And I wrote here, Miss Remi has cancer and has enough going on, because it's true, and I do, and I don't talk about it enough, and my community has told me that I should. So yeah, I will tell you what the fuck is going on. I've got enough going on, and I don't need your shit based on lies. Please leave her alone and stop bullying. Miss Remi has never spoken badly of Canadian Angie during the hate campaign against her. Never. And that is true. And if I'm lying, then I encourage you to bring the receipts of me ever talking badly about Canadian Angie. Because right now, all she has is a video of me sitting in a box, waving some sage and clapping. And apparently that's enough evidence of me doing wrongdoing to her. And I've written here, you've got it very, very wrong on this one. Enough is enough. Miss Remi does not bother you, come into your room, or speak on you. And perhaps you can try and do the same. So my request to you, Canadian Angie, is to leave me alone. Just leave me alone, okay? This video is on my profile right now. I would love you all to go and watch the video. Watch it all the way to the end. I've skipped through the video in the middle where they are being very unkind about me, because it's about 8 minutes long, but you can watch that on fast forward yourself, and please do go through it. Oh, thank you, Spicy. And again, this is just a response because, as I've said, you know, whichever room I go into, she'll come at me, or she'll fire up lives and twist narratives and come at me. I am responding. I'm not creating drama. I'm responding. You can look at this video and see that I've been silent for so much of this, and this is my response and my request to ask you to leave me the fuck alone. And I noticed in the video a couple of things, and this may be why she hates me. But these are Canadian Angie's words that she said in this video, which you can watch and you'll hear these little moments, because we did get along and we never had problems before. Canadian Angie says, Remi is a pretty strong individual. She's not a weak TikToker. She doesn't have a weak personality. She's strong. She carries conversations very well. She's knowledgeable and well spoken. And I am all of those things, Canadian Angie. And it's probably why you hate me so much. Please leave me alone. And on that note, I've got to do the school run. Love you all. I'm back at 5 for a Women's Health Live. Take care, everyone.